Hi, are you experiencing difficulty getting the perfect puff puff? Here are some reasons why you might be experiencing such difficulty. Number 1, too watery batter. The right consistency for your puff puff batter is for it to be in a thick paste format. If it's too watery, then you might not get the perfect shape and the perfect taste for your puff puff. Secondly, the right temperature for your oil, the right frying temperature. Most people make the mistake of dosing in their puff puff batter while the oil is still not hot enough. To know if your oil is hot enough, immediately you put your puff puff inside it, your puff puff batter inside it, it should come up and roll to the other side within 2 to 3 seconds after putting the batter inside it. Then some other people make the mistakes of getting the oil to an extreme temperature too hot. If your oil is too hot, the puff puff will get burnt easily. So it's important that your oil is not too hot, neither is it cold. The third reason is mixing your batter with too hot or too cold water. Yes, I know most puff puff mix comes with the instruction of mix with lukewarm water, but hey, if you are living in Nigeria like myself or any other nations that shares a similar climatic condition with Nigeria, you discover that our water, the room temperature of our water is already lukewarm. Alright, so there is no need going ahead to boil your water or to warm your water again before using it to mix your batter together. And at the same time, if you are living in regions that experience very cold temperature, then it is important for you to boil your water to bring it down to the normal room temperature. And that is the best temperature of the water that you can use to mix your puff puff mix together. All right, so if your water is too hot, it's going to affect the yeast that is present in your dry ingredient, and it's not going to rise as it ought to be. And that popular mistake that people make is dosing in too much butter into their oil at once. If your butter is too big, then it will be difficult for you to quickly cook. It is puff puff, it is a finger food, not scotch egg. And when you should also understand that when your butter gets into the oil, it's still going to come up, become bigger. So it's important to make it as small as possible, all right, for you to quickly cook and for you to be able to enjoy a well cooked puff puff. The final reason why you might be experiencing such difficulty is using the wrong combination of ingredients in making your puff puff. And that is why I advise people to use the perfect ingredients in the right proportion. As we all know, what you put in is what you get out, and you don't have to go through this stress. The Sky Foodies instant puff puff mix is here to take away the stress from you. All the ingredients you need to make the right puff puff in the right proportion has already been formulated in this, and the step by step on how to make it has also been well stated out for you, just so that you shouldn't go through the stress again. All right guys, I hope you are going to be inculcating this point when next you are making your puff puff mix. So the next time we see, toodles, please follow me for more. Bye.